Back to our big focus today. So we're currently stage 2 blackouts from 4 o'clock this afternoon, stage 4 blackouts in case you missed the update earlier. So our focus for today is businesses, small businesses, big businesses, and businesses like this, mining companies, doing what they can to take the pressure off the grid. What you're looking at there is a massive solar panel field. It's 50 megawatts, I understand, at Goldfields South Deep in Western area. There's the aerial footage for you. 50 megawatts, I think, is the understanding of this. It's named Khanyisa, or Light Up. So we have Pulilit Sweetie Jones. He's out there for us. We'll go back to him a little bit later, but I understand that right now I have the Goldfields CEO, Martin Priest, making time for us this morning. Hello, Martin. I hope everything on Zoom is okay now and you can hear me okay. Good morning to you. So give me a sense of the success story of this solar panel plant. It's very impressive. I was there last week, Thursday. Good morning.
Good morning, Gareth, and good morning to our viewers. Certainly a big success story for us, and maybe we our start is, Goldfields wants to be part of the solution and not part of the problem, and we see this as being part of the solution, both I think for our employees, our communities, the country at large, and I think to make the world a better place. And sitting on our hands, bemoaning the fact of power, or getting up and doing something about it, I think we've done the right thing. And in terms of benefits, when we started off this project, it had a payback period of just over 7 years. As tariff prices have increased and we've seen better output from the project, we're down to just under 4 years payback period on this project. So we believe huge benefits for our business, and obviously knocking on ensuring that we've got business continuity.
All right, let's talk about that business continuity as well, because the lifespan of South Deep, I understand, is estimated at roughly 80 years as well. So this is going to pay dividends and pay that money back time and time again over the next 8 decades.
Most definitely. And, after capital, we're generating power at just under 10% of grid cost at the moment from the solar project. So you can do the maths for yourself and understand that margin we put back into our business on one of our biggest cost items. As Benford spoke earlier this morning, we are looking at wind to try and pick up some renewables for the evening time, and I think become self-sufficient. And the piece that I think is often missed, we talk about employee value proposition, but our employees, when they wake up in the morning, they know they're coming to a business that can carry on doing business, because we have that continuity of supply. And they can continue earning their wages, their jobs are secure, they can continue earning their bonuses. So, I think if people have got to select, working with us or working somewhere where there's ongoing interruptions, hopefully this translates into, I think, a happier workforce as well.
Yeah, I always contend that if you can future-proof your employees, you can future-proof your business as well. There seems to be a good example of that. Give me a sense, though, and I'm not sure where you are in this process. One of the big focuses that I'm having on the show this morning is smaller businesses, not your scale business, obviously, smaller businesses and individuals putting power back onto the grid, whatever they may have spare, surplus power, if you will. Is Goldfields doing that? Are you in a position to be putting power back? Yes, you're taking less from the grid. Are you putting back on the grid? If not, is there a plan?
So definitely, Gareth, we are at the peak of the day generating surplus to what our requirements are, and particularly in periods we're doing maintenance. So we are engaging with Eskom now. We are leaking a little bit back into the grid, and we're working with Eskom to formalize that arrangement. I'm very, I have a view in an energy-starved country like South Africa. Investing in batteries is most probably not the wisest thing. We should be storing surplus energy in the grid and distributing it to where people can use. So I think it's a big solution, not only for big businesses like us, but people at home. I've got some solar on my roof, and the ability that when we're having a good day, to put back into the grid. That's how European countries have solved a lot of their problems. If you look at Korea, that's how they've solved a lot of their problems. So certainly I think it's something we've got to loosen up in our legislation and enable to take significant pressure off the grid.
Martin, just as I start saying goodbye to you, a last question. Would you have done the solar panel plant if Eskom was better at their job? I.e., if we didn't have blackouts, would you and I sit here right now talking about some 200 soccer fields worth of solar panels? Are you doing this because Eskom got it wrong?
No, I think as a responsible corporate citizen, this is something we're doing, and this is not only what we're doing in South Africa. Our mines in Australia, our Agnew mine is now running on average 56% on renewables, on a good day at 70%. Granny Smith and Gruyere have got renewables in there, and we're doing a big project at our St. Ives mine, which is our long life asset in Australia. Our mine in Peru is fully on hydroelectricity, and the project that we've just recently gone into a joint venture with in Canada, the Windfall project, will be solely surprised by hydropower. So this is certainly for us a much bigger imperative than just the Eskom issue in South Africa. We believe that we need to be part of building a greener world, and we've made commitments, a net reduction of our 2016 base of 30%, which means a 50% cut in emissions by 2030, and to be net zero by 2050. So this is a business imperative. Our bonuses depend on it. So we're very focused on landing that. I might also add, we've just recently secured a green loan from our financing, which we get preferential rates should we meet those targets. But if we miss them, we're going to pay interest penalties on our loan. So we're very committed to this globally.
Yeah, and I appreciate your time as well. Eco-focused as gold-focused and mining-focused, it sounds like. For the moment, like I said, Martin, I was out there last week to take a look at that solar panel plant. I mean, it's astonishing. You can't even see the end of it from where I was standing. So congratulations to you and your team, and I'm sure we'll touch base again. Some other wonderful technology out at the mine as well, which we'll take a look at later in the Martin Preece, his Goldfields CEO. I appreciate